So welcome to everybody who's joining us by recording. Chris is admitting everybody. Once they're in, we'll get started, and we're very grateful that you're joining us. This is wonderful. This is exciting. Cora, hello. April, Robin, Trace, Lamar. We're two screens. Hi, Mary. Jody. Good. How are we doing? Thank you, everybody, for your patience while we get everybody into the room. We have well over 100 people. I see Wes. We're good. All right. There may be more people joining us as we begin to work. Of course, always once we cast circle, we want everybody in, but I'll talk for a few minutes first. If I could, I'd hug every single one of you in person. So I'm doing it magically. I'm doing it electronically. Do not be surprised if you have a moment of weirdness with your internet connection or your phone or whatever you're using, because when lots of energy gets generated, sometimes things go on the fritz. So just, dial back in, just come on back in. You can always pick up what might have been missed by checking with a recording. I don't anticipate that happening, but it does. And so no worries if it does. Let's just take a breath, and then I will refer to my notes so I don't take too long. I'm looking out my window and I see how the wheel is turning. The leaves are gold and orange and dropping, and the wind is blowing, and the temperature also dropping. We've entered the dream time, the in-between time, the time before the liminal time, the time when the past is behind us, but the future has not yet appeared. And this is when witches make their magic. We seek visions, but we already have a vision, which is why we have gathered together today. We have a vision of a world wisely governed by nature's magic, a world where all living things live according to the wisdom in their bones, in their souls, in their spirits, in their DNA, interpreted by their instincts to be happy and healthy. And so they live as they're meant to. And when they do, they make the world they live in a better place for all life. Only we have forgotten, but it's witches who are remembering and leading the way home. We've been called, you all have been called. There's a reason that you are here now. at this moment in time when everything seems to hang in the balance. We are all children of Mother Earth, and we are the ones who know and take hope and nourishment and strength from her magic of rebirth. We participate in it. So I am deeply grateful to every one of you for being here today. There are priestesses and there are initiates and there are those preparing for initiation and those who perhaps will follow along in that path. And there are those of you who are simply members of this community or curious and recognize in our public presence something that resonates with deep meaning for you. We are all bringing our grace and our optimism and our magic to this time in this place. So I want to thank you all for your presence. I want to thank you for the depth of your convictions, for your commitments to act in accord. I want to thank you for refusing to be silent, because this is in fact potentially something dangerous, right? But which is always live on the edge, right? We are not ever silenced or afraid. And so I thank you for refusing to be silent and for refusing to be afraid. I thank you for standing in your courage and for offering the power and the grace and the vitality of your divine magic. The whole is always greater than the sum of its parts. Since at least 2004, actually it was more like 2002, I began giving these talks in the pagan community about the growing threat of fascism in America, the plans that were underway. And everybody sort of came to my talks because I managed to make them funny and interesting. And I gave them all over the country. And everybody went, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've been getting emails from people, as well as calls from people who have been at cocktail parties with me in the last year where I've been literally foaming at the mouth. And they were like, we thought you were insane, but it turns out you were absolutely right. And I've had people call and say, yeah, I remember those talks. So Cassandra's curse, to see what lies ahead and to speak the vision of what's been seen. When I asked what lay on the other side of this critical moment, I kept being shown millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people, variables, that the answer is in the answer of those millions of souls, what lies within them. We're on the razor's edge, and the Temple of Ara has been a community for almost 40 years. We have a proud history of activism in fighting for freedom, especially for our community, for witches and pagans. And our lineage is also known for its great magical strength at another turning point in history, which inspired our gathering today and the work we'll do. So we know that we have to step forward, and we have to do it now, because this is a time of crisis and challenge and change. And which way we go forward is up to us. We will make that decision. And we know that when we fight, we win. That is what history has taught us. And we remember now. It's meaningful that the wheel is turning, that it is Samhain, and that the veil between the worlds has lifted. It's up. It's been up for some time now, and it will remain up, because our ancestors are arriving. They are coming. They are here. They are present. They are with us. And they are bringing us messages, and the messages are urgent. We hear them. They are also bringing us their blessings and their spiritual power, their life force, They're bringing us their magic to add to ours. They fought against fascism. They fought against authoritarianism. And they recognized and they fought against the unnatural cruelty that is again seeking to take root in our world. They fought for the future. They fought for freedom. They fought for us. And they won. And now it's our time. We are a tradition that knows the power of real magic. We're a tradition that knows, is learning, is working with nature's magic. That is the magic of a sacred world where all living things live in ways that make them healthy and happy and do it naturally and by instinct. And when they do, that is the world that we live in. It is a world made better for all life. It is that essential harmony, that power, that divinity, that truth, that magic, nature's magic, that's our magic. It's written in our bones. As the ancestors of our lineage protected England from invasion by Hitler, our cone of power today will protect and defend our democracies from those who seek to destroy them, wherever we are, because we are a global community. It's not just here in America, it's all over the world. Together, we're going to empower each other, and we're going to uplift each other, and we're going to empower and uplift those who are rejoicing in fighting, who are rejoicing in freedom, and who are fighting for it. Together, we're going to remember who we are and where we are and why we are here. We're going to cast our circle. We're going to raise a cone of power to protect and to preserve our democracies and our freedom. Fascism is unnatural, and it always fails. Whatever era, whatever age, they attempt to set up their 1,000-year-old empires, and they break. They always fail because they are unnatural. Nature's magic always prevails. Always. Always. She resets herself. She recycles the detritus. She begins anew. She creates, she nourishes, she makes life, and she makes it beautiful and harmonious. She shows us all how to live in the ways that make us healthy and happy and make the world a better place for all living things. That is nature's magic, and that is the magic that always prevails, and it will prevail now. The world needs her witches. So, are you ready? Yes? You ready? I know you're ready. All right. So, I'm going to give you a very brief explanation of how we're going to work today. All right. We'll start by grounding, briefly connecting to Mother Earth so that we charge ourselves with her energy and her love. Because it is the magic of love that we work with. Then we're going to cast all together. We'll cast heart to heart. Then we will call the four directions. And we have our four wonderful temple volunteers who are going to call. Then we will invoke the goddess and the god. Again, you'll hear the voices. I will lead us step by step, so you don't have to worry about remembering. I will take us through each of the steps. We will invoke the goddess. We will invoke the god. And then we will chant, as was traditionally done, to raise the cone of power. Right? It's very simple. It'll go up on the screen. Utterly simple. It has two aspects to it, which creates a totality. The first is fascism fails. The second, freedom prevails. Okay? Fascism fails, freedom prevails. As we are chanting, you can get up and move. You want to move in a clockwise circle because we are invoking all of the positive energies, right? So you'll move in a clockwise direction. If you're anybody here in the Southern Hemisphere? If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, okay. If anybody is watching later and you're in the Southern Hemisphere and you're doing this work, then you'll work counterclockwise because that's what the sun appears to be for you. The rest of us will work clockwise. You can get up and move. You can begin by slowly walking, and we chant faster and faster, and you move faster and faster. Or you can sit and you'll move your hands as if you were one hand or both, as if you're stirring a cauldron, again, clockwise, right? Slowly, and then faster and faster until we build the energy. And we will push ourselves further than we think we can. The volume may go up and go down. We're going to have everybody unmuted, so it will seem cacophonous, but we've been doing this for a while now. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, the power of it is tremendous, and it will help you to hold the focus on your own chanting as you hear the rest behind you. It's extraordinary. When the energy peaks, I will yell now. All right. And at that moment, you direct your energy, both hands up, right? Cone of power, direct it over the top of your computer. So we will all come back, right? You come back, move around, back to the computer, hands up, slight angle. Okay. No fascist salutes, both hands. Good. All right. And you will see the energy circulating on the screen, and it will go out, right? It is going out precisely into the intention that we have shared, focused upon, energized, and are sending out, that fascism fails and freedom prevails. The energy goes into the cone of power. The cone of power crosses over into the astral realms and does its work. And you can all shout as you wish, so mote it be, the old-fashioned way, the old British traditional Wicca, right? In honor of Grandfather Jerry and Grandma Doreen, who I guarantee you, I know, are present with us today. And then we'll rest. You'll bring your hands down. You might be really trembling. You might feel very tired. You should drink a little something, right? I'll make an offering of libation. What I have left out in my rushing, we will thank everyone. Apologies, so I wasn't looking at my notes. After we've called the 4 directions, we will open a portal, everybody together in the west, right? So you just do a counterclockwise circle with your hand in the west, and we will invite the ancestors to be present and to bless us and to work with the ancestors who are appropriate for this work, right? To come to bless and to energize this work. When we're done, after we've grounded, and we'll light our candles. My goodness, I need to look at my notes, right? We'll open the portal in the west, and then we will light the candle that we asked everybody to bring. We'll honor the ancestors and then invoke the goddess and the god. And then when we're done, we'll ground together, and we will close the portal in the west, honor the 4 directions, we'll honor the goddess and god, the 4 directions, and close our circle. I ask that nobody talk about the magic. You can talk about it amongst yourselves, but we let it set for traditionally, you didn't talk about it for 24 hours. So it sets. And then you are very welcome to pay attention, to share visions, interpretations, divinations, manifestations. You can please send them to us. Share them on social media, on the temple site, share them with me on my site, email send, because they affirm our shared experiences. Okay, that's it. The whole thing should take less than an hour. And when we're done this evening, it's important for you to drink a lot of water. To, if it's not too late, eat, get a good night's sleep, because you'll probably be very tired. You might sleep very late tomorrow, and that's okay. Right? We're going to roll the clock back an hour tonight, so you get an extra hour of rest and relaxation. When we're done with the cone of power, I'll check in with you. If you feel any tingling or excess energy, you just put your hands on the desk or on the floor, feet on the floor, and let the energy drain back into Mother Earth, right? because she can use it. All right. Any questions? No? Okay. All right. Let's take a moment. 3 deep breaths. In and out. Deep but natural. Remembering that each breath in is a blessing of the gift of the breath of life from the plants that breathe with us, and every breath out is a gift of the breath of life from us to them. Every breath connecting us intimately, deeply, divinely in this circle of life of giving and receiving, in this incredibly abundantly generous world that we live in. And we remember, as long as we give back, there will always be enough for everybody and everything. Okay, hands over our hearts. How extraordinary that you are here. This strange magic of each of you, alive in your bodies, your spirits awake and present, our hearts beating, spirit and world one in the altar of our hearts. And from our hearts reaching outward to each other, together, let's say, heart to heart, we cast our circle. And so we remember where we are and why we are here. Feel your fingertips tingling. Feel the energy moving up your right hand, your right arm into your heart, and down your left arm, down your left hand. Your fingers tingling as it the energy of love and connection and vitality and spirit and magic courses into you and through you, into the circle and into the world. Our circle is cast, and we are between the worlds, where the worlds are one. And you can bring your hands down. Okay. Before we call the quarters, let's just sit, feet firmly planted on the ground, asses firmly planted in our seats. Feeling the mother beneath us, her energy flowing to us through our feet, through the bottom of our spines, through our hands, palms reaching out to her. It is her energy that has given us life. All of her creations that give us form, the nourishment, the wisdom, the energy, the love, the healing, the strength, the life. We are her children. We have heard her summoning. We have come. We have come home. It is her energy that blesses the work that we'll do today. Draw it up into yourself. Let it energize you and bless you. Let it ground you and strengthen you. Let it nourish and bless you. Let it fill you with her magic to flow through you into the world. Put your hands on your stomach. This is the center of your power. Put a hand on your heart. This is the center of your wisdom. Your heart is beating. Okay. Ellen, will you call the East?
We call upon the spirits of the East, spirits of air, where the sun rises each day with new light and hope. Bless us with your magic and power. May we hear the guiding words of the Great Mother. May we speak the words now needed. May we remember our ancestors, to look into the future with freedom on our minds. Welcome, Spirit of Air.
Thank you. Bobby, South.
Ancient guardians of the South, the spirit of fire, where Brigantia forged for our ancestors the spear and the shield, where the sun of high moon blazes upon Sekhmet and her lion's head, where Durga rides forth with trident and sword and bow and arrow. Here dragons dance and phoenixes rise, and all things are possible with will, determination, and daring. May our courage be undaunted and our passions true. Together, may our love for freedom and each other burn across the land with the transformative power of our mother's love. Welcome and blessed be.
Thank you. And Jen, West.
Ancient element of water, guardians of the West, where the sun sets on the land of our ancestors, waters that flow with our deepest feelings, our divine intuition, with memory of all that ever was, is, and will be. Waters that are the prism of love, reflecting spirit's fire into the world in all the colors of the rainbow. May the waters of the goddess's well of life purify us. May the wisdom of our ancestors join our rising tide. Together, may our collective power be a surging tsunami born from Mother's ocean womb, flooding the earth with the fierce grace of her love.
Thank you. And Jerry, North.
We call to you, ancient spirits of the north, you of the powers of earth where the great mystery dwells. Our bones, like staves of oak, we stand tall to greet you. With bear and wolf, we howl your greetings. Mountains, we invite you to our sacred circle. Hail and welcome.
Thank you. So now I'd like you to face the west, whichever direction that is for you. You'll reach upwards and simply open a portal in the west A counterclockwise circle, clockwise if you're in the southern hemisphere. Feel the coolness of the temperature in the west. Feel the energy flooding towards you. We welcome the beloved ancestors, the courageous ancestors, the wise ancestors, the ancestors who know the ways of magic. Bless our work. We welcome you to our circle. Light your candle. It illuminates the way to you, for them, and illuminates the world that will follow. We call upon the beloved ancestors who fought for freedom. We ask for your guidance. We ask for your strength. We ask for your power, your spirit, your holy magic. Bless our work. Let's just take a moment and be present with them as they are present with us. It may be one, it may be many. All who come to aid the work are welcome. And with us, the temperature in my circle, which is your circle, shot up. And there was a small voice reminding me and asking me to remind all of you of the courage of love lived every day in simple lives, lives that have been allowed to be free. And there is more power in that than we may realize. Is there a message that anybody else got that they were told to share? Okay. All right. So let us summon the goddess into our circles, into our circle. Goddess of freedom, be with us. Hold high your torch for all to see clearly, to see the truth. Hold high your torch for all to see, and welcome all those yearning to be free.
Goddess, be with us. Shine your holy light of truth on all who abuse their powers, who abuse the people. Reveal what they really think, have their dark plans and dark purpose, corruption and treachery, their betrayal of our highest ideals.
Goddess, be with us. Clear the fog of distraction, deception, and persecution, so that all may recognize the dangers that threaten our democracies.
Goddess of freedom, be with us. Hold your torch aloft. Hold that light so that all might see. Those who are privileged to cast their votes may see clearly and act rightly.
God of the sun, whose love makes all things grow, be with us. Shine with equal blessings and joy upon all.
God, who is guardian and companion of beloved Mother Earth, partner and protector, whose power is love, be with us.
God of green growing things, God of hoof and horn, hide and bone, fur and paw, whose strength is your love of life, be with us.
God of love, be with us. Empower us with your love made manifest by nature's net.
Goddess, God, divine mystery beyond naming, bless us, guide us, empower us to channel the great magic into the protection and preservation of our democracies, our freedoms. Brave and beloved ancestors, good spirits of the land, great goddess, loving God, assure our success in restoring, protecting, and keeping our democracies. May the magic manifest swiftly and well. And so let us chant and raise our cone of power. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails.
Fascism fails,
freedom prevails.
fascism fails, freedom prevails.
Fascism fails,
Fascism fails, fascism fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, fascism fails, freedom prevails, freedom prevails. Fascism prevails, fascism fails, freedom prevails. 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 Fascism fails, freedom prevails.
freedom prevails.
Fascism
Prevails.
fails,
Fascism
freedom
fails.
prevails. Freedom
Prevails.
prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Freedom prevails. Freedom fails, freedom prevails. Fascism fails, freedom prevails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails.
Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails, freedom prevails. Freedom prevails. Fascism
prevails.
fascism fails.
Fascism fails.
Freedom
Freedom
fails.
prevails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism freedom prevails. Fascism freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails. Prevails. Fascism fails.
Fascism fails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Fascism prevails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails.
Fascism fails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism
Fascism
fails.
fascism
Fascism
fails.
fails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails. Freedom
Freedom prevails. Fascism fails.
fascism fails. Freedom
Fascism fails.
fails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism
Freedom
fails. Fascism
prevails.
fails. Fascism fails.
Fascism
Freedom
prevails.
fails. Fascism fails. Fascism fails.
Prevails.
Fascism fails.
Prevails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fascism fails. Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails.
Fascism fails.
Freedom prevails. Freedom
Freedom prevails.
fascism
Fascism fails.
fails.
Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails.
Freedom prevails. Freedom prevails. Freedom prevails. Freedom
Fascism
prevails.
fails.
Freedom prevails.
Prevails. Fascism fails.
Freedom prevails. Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails.
Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails.
Fascism fails. Fascism fails.
Fascism fascism fails. Freedom prevails.
Fails.
Fascism
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 fails.
fails.
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails.
Fascism fails.
Freedom prevails.
Fascism
Freedom
freedom prevails.
prevails.
Fascism fails.
Fascism
Fascism
fails.
fails.
Freedom
Fascism fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism fails.
Prevails, freedom prevails, freedom prevails, freedom
Freedom
prevails.
prevails. Fascism fails.
Fascism fails.
Freedom fails. Freedom prevails. Fascism
Fascism fails. Fascism prevails.
Freedom prevails,
Fascism fails.
freedom prevails, freedom prevails, freedom prevails, freedom prevails, freedom prevails,
Freedom prevails.
freedom prevails, 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 freedom prevails,
Fascism fails.
Phyllis, you are muted.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Take a moment and just rest in the beating of your heart, in the joy of being here now together in this circle, in this place between the worlds where the worlds are one, seeing clearly, feeling deeply, a world of peace, a world of kindness, a world of friendship, a world where we may differ and value the differences because we know that we each bring something of value, and that together, weaving them together, we make something stronger and better, just as nature does. Rest in the joy of freedom, of peace, of community restored, of family in harmony. Of being home, where all living things know in their bones how to live in the ways that make them healthy and happy and that make the world a better place, because they are here as each of us is here. Send your thanks to Mother Earth. Send your thanks to each and all of us. Feel the joy and the beauty and the magic of what has been created together, and how our own lives are blessed, and how together we've blessed the world and made it a better place because we were here together. Okay. Let's thank our ancestors and express our love and our gratitude. Without them, we wouldn't be here now. And with them, we have created a future in which we get to be the beloved ancestors. Okay, let's close the portal in the west. Grandfather Jerry says he doesn't want to go. Ah! Aunt Doreen's gone. I really think of his uncle and aunt. Aunt Doreen has already left. She has other things she has to attend to, and it's later over in England. But Jerry's like, "Where's the party?" Leave it to Jerry. Right? Okay, Jerry, you can stay, but you have to behave. All right. You can leave later. And close with a clockwise circle and love. To the goddess who lifts her lamp of liberty for all to see, who blesses us with the courage to fight to be free, we give thanks for her presence. And to the God of love and life, of joy and rejoicing, who reminds us of the blessing of embodiment. For your presence in our circle, we give thanks. We have lit the flame of freedom. Let it illuminate the world with truth and with love and with freedom and with joy. You can let your candle burn until it expires, or blow it out and relight it, perhaps on a critical night or day. And so together we have reminded, when I finish magic, it's hard for me to talk. Together we have reminded each other of who we are and where we are and why we are here. And so let us all act in accord. Thank you all for being here. Ellen, would you do East?
We thank you, Spirit in the East, Spirit of air, for the focus of our minds and the hopes in our hearts. May your wind carry our words and magic where it is needed. May your morning light bring joy, and may your song light up hearts like birds set free. Thank you and blessed be.
Thank you for that beauty. Bobby?
We thank you, guardians of the South, spirits of fire, invincible brigade, Sekhmet, Durga, pure of heart, all creatures of claw, fang, flame. May we carry with us your gifts of determination, passion, and courage, and spread your blessings of transformational grace across the earth. Humbly we thank you and bid you farewell. Blessed be.
Thank you. Jen?
We thank you, guardians of the West, spirits of water, and honor our wise ancestors with deepest gratitude. May the waves of our love crash upon the shores of the world and cleanse away all that obscures the light of truth. Renewed by your gifts of clarity, fluidity, and the deepest heart wisdom, we thank you and bid you farewell. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Thank you. And Jerry?
We just lost Jerry. So, ancient spirits of the North, we thank you for your presence and your blessings. By the earth that unites us in the midnight hour, we bid you hail and farewell. Blessed be.
Thank you, Chris. All right. This always comes too soon. but we've done our work. Hands outstretched across this globe that has been encircled with love, with magic, with light, with spirit, with the power of freedom, with nature's magic. Fingertips tingling. Bring the energy of love, the power of our connection, the power of our purpose into your hearts. And so we say our circle is open, but never broken. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. And if you know this chant, forgive my voice. May the circle be open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess be ever in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. Thank you, everyone, for making this great work of magic. The world has her witches, and we have offered our love, our courage, and our magic, our community. Freedom will prevail. So don't discuss the magic for 24 hours. Pay attention to how it manifests. Be of good cheer. Be of good spirit. And spend as much time as you can outside with the mother. She will nourish you, and she will give you the strength you need to get through the next period of time. But freedom will prevail. Everybody good? Are we good? Does anybody have anything they need to share? Does anybody need any guidance through grounding? Okay. I love that. Witches for Kamala. Look at that. Thank you, Natalie. All right, everybody. Act in accord.